Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Autocar India's Quick News, your weekly update on all the hot launches, the scoops and the big news in the world of automobiles. But before we begin, do remember to hit our subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest videos. Let's first have a look at the car that's made the most amount of noise this past week. It's of course the Maruti Suzuki S-Presso, a car that will be sold alongside the Alto K10 and will take on the likes of the Renault Kwid. It is a micro SUV and the first official pictures of the new car have finally been revealed. Let's take a look. While we have already shown you some exclusive spy shots earlier, these official shots confirm that the car will have an upright and Brezza-like styling combined with the tall boy micro SUV stance. The first official interior pictures also reveal that the styling has stayed true to the Concept S with a centrally mounted console that packs a touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The S-Presso will be launched on September 30th and will come with a BS6 compliant K10B engine with a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed AMT gearbox. But that's not the only big Maruti Suzuki news this week. Following a reduction of corporate tax, the automaker is now offering big discounts across its range. Maruti Suzuki has cut prices on some of its models by a flat 5,000 rupees. These cars include the Alto 800, the Alto K10, the Celerio, the Swift Diesel, the Desire Diesel, the Tour S Diesel, and the Vitara Brezza SUV. Cars detailed through the Nexa chain of premium dealerships have also seen a 5,000 rupee price cut. These include the Baleno Diesel, the Ignis, and the S-Cross. Now, as we mentioned before, the S-Presso will take on the likes of the Renault Kwid, and the Kwid has been around in the Indian market for quite a while, but now there's a brand new one coming, and the first pictures and the first details on the car have officially been announced. Let's have a look. The new Renault Kwid gets a radical redesign with the popular design language that places the LED daytime running lights up high and the actual headlight cluster lower down in the bumper. The new front bumper and grille are also a lot sportier as compared to the previous generation car. The new Kwid also gets an updated larger 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a new part digital instrument cluster and a new steering wheel. Expect the car to be launched in early October. Now let's have a look at some of the launches this week. First up, a new more affordable AMT variant of the Mahindra XUV300. The Mahindra XUV300 AMT is now available in the W6 variant, priced at 9,99,000 rupees, and that makes it 1.5 lakh cheaper than the next AMT variant in the lineup and a whopping 2.7 lakh rupees cheaper than the top spec AMT model. The new car features safety equipment like ESP and hill start assists and gets the likes of a touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. With the new iPhones getting the Pro name, seems like Apple fever has caught up to the car world too. Tata Motors is now offering what is called the Pro Pack, which essentially is an accessories package with the likes of a sunroof across its lineup. The Pro package is available for the Nexon, the Harrier, the Hexa, the Tiago and the Tigor, and is essentially an accessory bundle from Tata Motors Genuine Accessories, customized for each model. This pack includes a pop-up sunroof for the likes of the Tiago, Tigor and Nexon, while the Harrier and the Hexa gets an automatic sunroof. Other add-on features include front parking sensors, magnetic sunshades, vehicle tracking systems and even a smartphone holder. Prices range from 30,000 rupees for the likes of the Tigor and the Tiago and go all the way up to 1.1 lakh for the Harrier. And in other Tata Motors news, the Altroz, which is of course a premium hatchback, Tata's rival to the Hyundai i20 and the Maruti Suzuki Baleno, which was due to be launched later this year, has now been delayed and will be launched sometime early 2020. While originally Tata Motors had planned to launch the Altroz with a set of BS4 engines and eventually upgrading to BS6 closer to the April 1, 2020 deadline, the automaker will now launch the car directly with a set of BS6 compliant engines sometime early next year. Showcased at the Geneva Auto Show earlier this year, the Altroz will feature a part digital instrument cluster, will come loaded with features and has a handsome design language too, which will help take its rivals on. There will also be an electric version on offer next year. On to two wheels now, and first up, a bike that has been awaited by quite a few people in India. It's fondly called the scalpel by enthusiasts. It's the KTM 790 Duke. It's officially here. Let's have a look at the prices. The KTM 790 Duke has been launched in India at a price point of 8,64,000 rupees and only 100 units will be available initially, all of them brought in via the CKD route. It features a BS4 spec 799cc engine that makes 105 horsepower and 86 Nm of torque, and the bike also gets WP upside down forks, a bi-directional quick shifter, and cornering ABS. And in more big bike news, BMW Motorrad has now launched the R1250 family in India with the R1250R and the R1250 RT Pro. The R1250R and the R1250 RT Pro is priced at 15,95,000 and 22,50,000 rupees respectively. The R1250R is a part of the German manufacturer's Roadster lineup, while the 1250 RT is from the Tour family. The bikes make their way to India as CBU units featuring the new 1254cc flat twin engine that produces 136 horsepower and 143 Nm of torque. Now the TVS N-Torque is a very popular scooter amongst younger riders, and TVS has now added a little bit of zing to it with a new variant that gets a few more features, and it's now called the Race Edition. The new Race Edition features a brand new full LED headlamp with a new T-shaped LED daytime running light and costs 3,000 more than the standard model. The scooter also gets a new red, black and silver paint scheme along with checkered flag decals on the front apron and side panels. TVS has also added a hazard light switch. TVS also celebrated a milestone this week, the 25th anniversary of the Scooty Pep, and to celebrate the occasion, the bike maker has launched two new matte colors, Coral Matte and Matte Aqua, on the entry-level scooter. The scooter will also have 3D emblems and a textured seat. Last week we brought you news about price cuts on the Skoda Kodiaq SUV, and this week the Kodiaq is back in the news and a new variant is coming soon. That new variant will be called the Scout, and it is a little more off-road oriented as compared to the standard version. The new Skoda Kodiaq Scout will be launched in India on September 30th and will feature plastic claddings around the car to give it a more off-road ready stance. The SUV will continue to use the same 150 horsepower and 350 Nm 2-litre turbo diesel that is currently being offered on the Kodiaq range. A few weeks ago, we brought you news on MG restarting bookings on the Hector SUV, and if you've been waiting to book one, here's more news for you. MG will reopen bookings for the Hector SUV on September 29, 2019. That said, even though the bookings will reopen, the waiting periods for the well-priced SUV is not likely to reduce anytime soon, with some variants demanding a wait time of over 3 to 4 months. For more information on the MG Hector, visit autocarindia.com. And finally, it's something for all the SUV fans to rejoice over. Mercedes-Benz will finally launch the G-Class in India with a diesel engine option. Mercedes-Benz will finally launch the G350D in India on October 16, 2019. The diesel-powered G-Class will join the AMG-powered G63 that has been available in India and is a rather popular AMG offering for a while now. Under the hood, the G350D will have the same diesel power plant as the one available on the S-Class, making 286 horsepower and a whopping 600 Nm of torque. The diesel G-Class will also have a lot more off-road capability due to its chunkier tires and smaller wheels as compared to the 21-inch AMG wheels available on the G63. With an expected price of about 1 crore rupees, the G-Class could be a very popular car in India at the price point, mainly due to its road presence. And that's all the time we have for you this week. As always, do remember to leave your opinions in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week.